Now, forget about tuition fees. Suppose that once you got a place at college, the staff refused to teach you because of your political views. One of the main teaching unions in higher and further education has voted to support any teacher who boycotts students from the far-right British National Party. It's been prompted by a case in Burnley. And as Wilfred Darlington now reports, it raises some fundamental issues about education and free speech.
Carol Hughes is a BNP councillor in Burnley. But it was her presence as a student at Burnley College which has prompted a resolution by NATFE. The Lecturers' Union has decided to target members of the BNP by offering to support any lecturer who refuses to teach a member of the far-right party.
What we did at college, because we had one of the BNP councillors on one of our short courses, the Shop Stewards Committee decided that we needed a motion which said that we would protect any member of our union who refused to teach an active member of the BNP. And that forms the basis of our policy. And that is that if any one of our members refuses to teach a BNP member, we will support them.
The recent emergence of the British National Party in student politics is provoking reaction in a political arena known traditionally for left-wing views. Channel M, based at the University of Salford, regularly screens discussions with contributors from across the political spectrum. Tony Wentworth, a politics student at the university, leads the youth wing of the BNP. He is appalled by the NATFE resolution.
I find it disgusting. Why anyone should be singled out for a motion calling for expulsion simply on the basis of their political beliefs is quite outrageous. I've never had any problems within any of my own classes. I get on with everyone quite well. We've never had, whether it be in debate, and nothing's ever gotten out of hand. I chat to people, drink with people quite regularly. The only people who've ever made a fuss over it is a few members of the far left of the Anti-Nazi League, and they dug their own graves with that because in the end people got sick and tired of being harassed all the time to sign their meaningless petition. So no, I've had no problems.
Some academics have questioned whether it is right to exclude students merely because of their beliefs.
What happens in a classroom, differently from what happens almost anywhere else, is that one is free to express one's views on the one hand, but obliged to defend those views on the other. And that happens almost nowhere else than in the classroom. And if it's not allowed to happen in the classroom, then it's not going to happen anywhere else.
If a lecturer decides they can't teach a member merely because that person is a member, then we will protect them. Other lecturers might take the view that as long as they are in the class and not expounding their views about which are racist, then that's okay. Others might go a bit further and say if they deliver leaflets to other students or things of that nature, then that would be a grounds for removing them from class. We are firmly behind our policy, which is not just to be non-racist, it is to be anti-racist, which is proactive rather than reactive.
Everyone's entitled to their beliefs, whether they be political, religious or a combination of the two. It's certainly not grounds to exclude or victimise someone.
What is so important then about allowing students with extreme views into the classroom?
The purpose of university, besides learning, is to encourage and open up debate. And if they hold them views, then it's up to people who disagree with them or don't like them to challenge them on that. And only by challenging people and having as open and frank discussion as absolutely possible will that be achieved. It's not going to be achieved by simply silencing people.
The point about belief is that eventually, our belief is that eventually the belief of those people who join the BNP will be turned into action and into reality. And that we would rather stop that early than late.
We will certainly challenge this through the courts and through the institutions themselves if it should come about. A teacher has absolutely no right to refuse to teach students. They are paid to do a job. They are contractually obliged to do a job. They are not allowed, for moral or on legal grounds, to refuse to teach.
I mean, the point should not be the right of lecturers to refuse. It should be the responsibility to teach. And their responsibility is to teach students whatever their views on the subjects in which they propound.
We'd certainly like your views on Wilfred Darlington's report.